Hey guys, it's Bethany Wallace. I want to give you a couple of quick tips about writing cover letters. I'm not going to give you every single tip that I have for writing cover letters or tell you my method for cover letter writing or anything like that because that would take a long time. However, I am going to give you just a couple of pointers and some pointers I think are sometimes overlooked or not mentioned when I'm reading articles about writing cover letters online. So one of them is before you ever start writing your cover letter, you need to make sure that you have your resume in great shape. Now, why does that matter? Because when you spend adequate time working on your resume and it really is in good shape and it's updated, and you've spent a lot of time making sure that your hard skills and soft skills are both adequately reflected in your resume and that you have quantifiable and qualifiable evidence of um, your career accomplishments and your skills in your resume, then you really are using that resume as almost like a draft or documentation to help support that everything that you say in that cover letter. If you don't have a solid resume and a really great resume, then you're probably not going to have a great cover letter. I will tell you, when I'm working with clients, if I don't write the resume and they come to me and they just want help with the cover letter, it's much more difficult for me to write a great cover letter in that case. And that's because if I do all the work on the resume, I feel like by the time I'm done, I know that client inside and out professionally. And so then for writing the cover letter is easy after that. So same thing for you. If you work really hard on your resume and you know it very well, or you've worked with a career coach and you have a polished resume by the end, then through that process, you're going to be able to write a good cover letter. Even if you don't have great writing skills, you're just going to have great material or content to work with. Okay, my other tip that I'm going to give you, I'm only going to give you two in this video, is to make sure to use that cover letter as an opportunity to fill in the gaps for the employer about anything that, if you're commonly asked about something when you have gone to job interviews before, like a gap in employment or the reasons why you changed industries and went from doing sales your whole life to all of a sudden you want to work as an engineer and be behind the scenes and never work with people when you went from working with people all the time or something like that. Use that cover letter as the opportunity to address those commonly asked questions that you know the employer is going to be wondering about, or that might even be like a red flag issue. Just go ahead and address it. Take that opportunity, because if you bring it up, you get to address it assertively and appropriately, and you choose the words, and you can consult with someone like a career coach and get help with the wording. So you know, like, okay, I keep getting asked, why did I have 2 years out of work? Well, the truth is I got fired and then I couldn't find another job, but I don't know how to say that. Okay, well, work with a career coach or someone else who's a professional or maybe a great career mentor, whomever you choose. Get some help with the wording so that when you write that cover letter, it comes across really clearly and concisely, and you're putting yourself in your best light. Don't lie about anything, but choose your words well so that in your cover letter, the employers who read it, potential employers, will be like, oh, I'm so glad that he addressed that, because that was a question for me. And now I see the explanation. And then you know what? When you get selected for an interview, they may not even ask you about it. So you cleared something up before it was ever even an issue. And that thing that was always a hot button and worrisome question for you, it may not ever come up. So those are just the tips I want to offer you today. There's a zillion other things that you're going to have to deal with and things that you would work through on a cover letter, but I hope that that'll kind of give you some additional pointers. If you need cover letter writing assistance and resume writing help and things like that, you can come to me always for career coaching needs. And you can reach me at bethanywallacco.com.